Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Aimee here. So today we're going to be talking about December's new releases. I have some good ones on the list, so let's get started. Starting off on December 4th, we have a Mail Christmas romance releasing. This is by Annabeth Albert, Catered All the Way. Annabeth always writes the cutest little Christmas rom-coms. And this one seems like it's going to be a brother's best friend sort of love story. So it says, "'Tis the season for a hopeless crush on my older brother's best friend. This year will be different. I'm all grown up. My gaming channel is a huge success, and I finally have the confidence to make my move on Atlas Orion." I think I'm saying that right. I didn't bring my glasses. "The hottest chef in the Navy. However, I don't intend for my smooth move to be covering Atlas in cranberry sauce. Atlas has never been with a guy, but I don't have to do too much persuading. And what better way to explore than a secret romp? No strings and no one has to know. The problem? With every passing week, I fall harder for Atlas." It just goes on to say, "Catered All the Way is a brand new full-length holiday romance from our beloved author who wrote The Geek Who Stole Christmas." And I read that one last year. That one released last year as well, I believe. That one was a really cute one. This one sounds like it's going to be really cute as well. So, coming soon to your bookshelf or your Kindle. We have a couple new releases on December 5th. So the first one I'm really excited about, much anticipated. This is The Engagement Party by Darby Kane. I have grown to love Darby Kane's writing. All her mystery thrillers are just top notch. It says, "And Then There Were None meets I Know What You Did Last Summer." I mean, Darby Kane's latest gripping and twisty thriller set on a private island where secrets piled upon secrets and lies upon lies are all revealed in one fateful weekend. Emily Hunt went missing from her liberal arts school on a graduation weekend. Her body was found floating in a river, and a quiet loner who most people on campus really didn't know committed suicide. A tenuous link, one text, bound the two dead students together and was enough for law enforcement to close the case. But they got it wrong, and now someone is determined to set it right. 12 years later, college friends gathered to celebrate an engagement over a long overdue getaway on a swanky private island in Maine with only one way in and one way out. Never a good thing. Sierra Prescott, invited as a guest, is the only person who soon senses not all is what it seems. As a torrential storm strands them together, the group's buried stories begin to surface and secrets are bartered. To survive the deadly party, they'll need to stop a killer before they become prey. Always a good time with Darby Kane. Another thriller releasing on December 5th. This is Tag You're Dead, and this is by Catherine Foxfield. I've never read anything by this author. Love the cover. I do think this is possibly a young adult. It says, "An entertaining new thriller with knife-edge tension, twists you won't see coming, and contestants who will do anything to win, even something deadly." So I read the synopsis of this earlier, and it has to do with an influencer, of course, my favorite, who is putting on this game, and whoever wins will be invited to his place or just be invited to be like his assistant. Am I saying that right? When teen social media influencer Anton Frazier stages a live-streamed citywide game of tag where the prize is to become one of his live-in personal assistants, his fans go wild. You can only imagine how that's going to go down. Looks like we have 4 contestants, however, have alternative motives for joining the game. Secret reasons to want to win despite the risk: money, obsession, fame, and revenge. One of them will stop at nothing to be the victor at the end of this adrenaline and fear-fueled night. I thought it sounded exciting, so I put it on my list, and I love this cover. And lastly, on December 5th, we have Missing by Savannah Brown, also an author I've never read before. Again, another great cover. possibly another young adult. This says it's a brooding, atmospheric novel about the mysterious vanishing of a singer from a remote island, and the teenage runaway determined to uncover the truth. So we have a young singer, or promising singer, that vanishes on this tiny resort, and then we're hopping 30 years later to 17-year-old Mona Perry, who comes to the island in her search for the real reason behind Roxy's disappearance. She also comes with a microphone, so we might have like a little bit of a documentary type vibe to this story. It sounded fun, so I wrote it on the list. Another much anticipated read for December, coming out on December 7th, we have the 5th volume of Heartstoppers by Alice Oseman. So in this 5th volume, we have Nick that's going off to university, and Charlie is still in high school. They are very much in love. They've said the 3 little words to each other, so I can't wait to see where their journey takes them in this volume 5 series. This next book is actually not necessarily a new release, but a new edition. Releasing on December 19th, this is The Vacation by John Mars. And I think this is the new cover that we're gonna get. But this was originally released in 2015. I've never read it. I didn't even know this was a John Mars release. But I ran across it as a new release. But then when I looked at the release date, it said 2015. And I realized that this was a new edition. But I figured I'd throw it on the list because I'm a fan of John Mars and I've never read this one. So I figured, why not? This one says, on the paradisal shores of sunny California, 8 strangers find themselves corralled in a rundown backpacker's hostel with secrets they're more than willing to kill for. This holiday set read is a compulsive and addictive thriller that asks the question, how far would you run to escape your past? That's really all it says. Even though that wasn't really much of like a synopsis, probably don't need much for a John Mars book. And last on my list, releasing on December 26th, this is That's Not My Name by Megan Lally. Once again, I've never read anything about this author. One thing I found when I was searching for books that were being released in December, there was a bunch of like debut authors, but I didn't really find anything that I was too interested in to write on the list. Maybe later on I'll find some more throughout the month, but this one sounded really good. It says, she thought she had her life back. She was wrong. It was a mistake to trust him. So this is a gripping debut thriller, perfect for fans of Natalie Richards and Vincent Ralph, which I've never read any of their books as well. Shivering and bruised, a teen wakes up on the side of a dirt road with no memory of how she got there or who she is. That right there got me right away because I'm a sucker for a good amnesia thriller, which I haven't read one in a really long time. A passing officer takes her to the police station, and not long after, a frantic man arrives. He's been searching for her for hours. He has her school ID, her birth certificate, and even family photos. He is her father. Her name is Mary. Or so he says. When Lola slammed the car door and stormed off into the night, Drew thought they just needed some time to cool off, except Lola disappeared. And the sheriff, his friend, and the whole town are convinced Drew murdered his girlfriend. Forget proving his innocence. He needs to find her before it's too late. The longer Lola is missing, the fewer leads there are to follow, and the more danger they are in. So I'm a little confused at that, which I'm not mad about because I don't want to know too much going into the book, but someone found someone on the side of the road. She doesn't know who she is. We have a guy with a missing girlfriend. Are these relatable? I guess we'll find out if we read the book. So that's all I have for December new releases. As always, I know there are tons more out there. Like I said, I came across a ton of debut authors that I've never heard of while searching for books releasing in December. So let me know in the comments down below what you're waiting for in the month of December. I know I ran across some good things coming up for 2024. So stay tuned for for that. I might do like an anticipating 2024 book release video or something like that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that's something you would want to see. But as always, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Hope y'all are having a wonderful holiday season so far. Hugs from me all around, and I'll see y'all very soon in a new video. Bye, y'all.